know that probably 0 people will give a fuck about what I'm about to talk about, but I posted on my Facebook wall the idea that, because I've seen Marc Maron get a shit ton of flack online for his comedy special, and as somebody who, I'm not, I'll probably be a perpetual comedian, open micer for the rest of my life. I'm not anybody special. I don't really think I know opinions are like assholes. But I was thinking about this because as somebody who started comedy about 12 years ago, yes, I've done comedy for about 12 years, on and off. So put that jab in wherever you need to. I put those jabs into my own brain every fucking day. But I was thinking about Joe Rogan. There's like a strong camp of Joe Rogan people and Marc Maron people. And say what you want to say is both of those guys created a genre. And I think it's interesting because I do see spirituality in everything. I think those two are actually spiritually connected in a weird way. WTF podcast and the Joe Rogan podcast are literally what taught a whole generation of comedians about comedy. So like where those podcasts evolved to, I know that WTF is no longer a podcast, but they created a whole cycle, a whole new bracket of comedians today. And I think when I see the flack about Marc Maron's new special and Joe Rogan's comedy, I think about like the history of comedy. So I might not be like the greatest comedian ever, or like the person with the followers, or the algorithm or whatever, but I have listened to enough comedy over the years and know enough about the history that built those two comedians. And I just want to say that like Joe Rogan and Marc Maron both come from the camp of Bostonian comedians, which have that style of rant comedy. So like that's Maron, but that's also Rogan. Like Rogan is just a hyped up, like he's on his feet, he's athletic, he's like really putting his butt